Yo, what is good, you guys? So I want to tell you about this new game that I've been looking at, because I've been talking to a lot of my friends, and it seems the more people I talk to, the more I realize like nobody knows about this game, which is it's kind of a disservice. So my goal is to like provide you like the info that I know, like kind of like a beginner like intro guide to the game. That way you can be prepared for the launch because the game has a planned release for January 30th. So it's gonna be coming out pretty soon. All right, let's hop in here. Okay, so um, the game is gonna be releasing on Steam. That's the first thing that you should know. Um, Here's a Steam page. I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, January 30th is the planned release date. I am following. It is on my wish list. They should make it available for purchase on Steam, um, quickly as possible. There is also a main website where you can sign up and register here, which I would definitely recommend creating an account on their main website, just in case. You may need to link it for Steam. I'm not sure yet. But then there's a Discord, a community Discord for Quinfall, which has some good info. And then there's a wiki that's embedded into the website. And the wiki goes over all the different weapons um, for like the classes, right? But essentially, how this game works, like a basic intro to Quinfall, is that each weapon has its own skill tree. And this seems to be in development, so maybe there's going to be some updates to this information. But yeah, each weapon has its own skill tree, and all the skills for each weapon are put into that guide. There's PvP and PvE mechanics, but I want to start with the classes. And then like as you go through the classes on this wiki, it kind of explains to you how the weapons relate to the classes. So we have dual axes, and the subclasses for that are Bloodmaster Stormblade. Then you have Dagger. You have subclasses Deathblade Shadowstalker. So this is the basics of how this game's like their systems work. So the systems for this game are based on weapons, and then you go from a choosing a weapon into a subclass for that weapon. It follows that same theory. For staffs, you got Frost Mage, Fire Mage. For life staff, you have Healer or Magic Warden, which kind of seems to be like more like a battle cleric. For crossbow, you have Sharpshooter, Assault Master, Longsword, Strong Sword, Devastator, Spear, subclass Lancer, Valkyrie. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm definitely looking at Spear for me personally, or Bow. But Bow, Hunter, Critical Archer, which seems to be more like a Ranger, whereas Hunter would be more like a pet, like a Beastmaster type. And the class diversity seems really good for this game to be starting out. Like this game kind of came out of nowhere, and the amount of content they have is really like it's really nice. It's really nice. You have Sword and Shield, Guardian, and Swordmaster, which seem to be your basic like tank, and then like Blade Master type class. So they have a lot of class diversity to start off with. I would say like I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. And then like I said, that's the wiki for the classes, and then you have the bigger breakdown of the weapon mastery system, the skill trees, the special abilities that come with each of the weapons, and then like the season and the time effects. That's one thing that makes this game very unique is the dynamic game world with changing seasons that like give you buffs and debuffs based on the season, time, weather, etc. So there's kind of like some sandbox type like type mechanics here as well. And like that's the basic intro to the game. I think as far as like getting into the game, creating your character, choosing your class, like that's the most important things, right? There is a getting started section. It's gonna cover most of the things that I'm talking about, but I would definitely recommend you going through that. But yeah, some breakdowns on like the monsters. You have desert, like different regions. Obviously, they talked about the seasons, so it only makes sense that they have different types of climates, and the climates are going to affect the way that you interact with the map. Like, again, like it's awesome, like an awesome theory. But I would definitely want to see like more like more breakdown on like what type of systems are specifically in the game, or what type of game modes are included into these systems. I need to do more research on what people have found in the demos and betas, but this is what I've read so far. So then you have Castle Wars for PvP, which seem to be like Node Wars or Siege Wars. But they're basically, if you've never played Node Wars or Siege Wars from BDO, it's a huge battlefield where there's destructible environment through trebuchets, catapults, but the unique thing is that this game allows you to summon creatures, which is something I have not seen in most games. So again, they are really innovating their systems, but we do need more like information on these different game modes. Mounts, achievements, these are all things that are going to be included into the game. These are things that you would expect. I know mounts are huge, that's why I wanted to highlight this. Different colors on mounts. There's breeding, again, very BDO-esque type mechanic. There's full mounts, which means they can be stabled and then like delivered. Then you have equipment for your mounts and levels and qualities, speed, stamina, different stats for your mounts. Again, it's screaming BDO, but that's not a bad thing because the mount system in BDO is actually very good. So another thing that I wanted to highlight is the economy and system, because this, again, very BDO-esque, but it's also very much like Arcade. So we have Caravan, we have life skills, we have a marketplace, which is player to player. I want to talk about the marketplace a little bit because the marketplace is going to be very interesting for the players that actually want to like compete in the game. There's item scaling, there's taxing, there's a central trading hub, and like player is encouraged. Like it's encouraged in this game. There's economic interaction, meaning like the balance of supply and demand changes the way that things are traded in the game. So it's not a system that's designed based around the developers. It's based around the player base. The player base is going to decide the economy. So this means there could be an extreme amount of market manipulation. So again, it's one of the more important things you're going to want to focus on if you are a beginner in this game and you want to actually like succeed on launch, right? Professions, always going to be very important. They have several different professions like alchemist, harvester, lumberjack, miner, fisherman. They have hunter professions, which these are awesome. Like animal keeper, trader, treasure hunter. This is like unique life skills to the point where it may not be boring. I may actually consider being a hunter in this game because usually I don't life skill, but they also do have like a lot of traditional like life skill information on gatherings, the biomes with their unique resources, and then like based like there's seasons, so and there's also times for gathering certain materials. It's a very intricate like world system. But yeah, the caravan system is PvP just like Arcade, which is huge, right? You can gather materials and prepare the caravan. You can like take the journey, and like depending upon the route, you're gonna face different challenges based like could be weather, obstacles, whatever. But then also PvP on trade routes. This is amazing. I would like 100%. I'm gonna be doing PvP trade wars when I play this game. It's a guaranteed because you're getting rewarded off stealing other players' stuff, which is a hardcore PvP mechanic that most games will not include or they remove. That is amazing, amazing work. All right, so that is most of what I wanted to highlight on the wiki. You guys, obviously encourage you to go and read this yourself. Check out the forums. There's some info on the forums as well. The Steam page. The YouTube channel is really good. I'm not going to go super in depth into the YouTube channel, but I will tell you the shorts covers a good amount of like the basic combos for each like weapon. Like here, I'll show you one really quickly. It wasn't much, but I can definitely say the dagger combat looks fun. It looks fun. So that's what's on their shorts. They have some other videos here that are like pretty long, the trailers. But I think what's more important than the trailer is a bit of the demo. And this demo was hosted by Wild Gamer. But I'm just gonna go ahead and show a little bit of this. I want to skip ahead slightly. 100% encourage you to watch this yourself, but there's some points of the video that I want to point out that like were really interesting to me. They have a trading card game included into this game. That was something that really stood out to me. I haven't found a whole lot of info on that on the website yet. They have it looks like this is the stable system that they're showcasing here. The mount system after the stable system. There is a ship system or a battleship system, just like Arcade. Pirate players, like huge arcade vibes, man. Here's some combat. Really skills, man. I think they slowed this down. Combat's not actually to slow you guys. I think they slow it down for dramatic purposes. These are the dual axes, which is another class I'm considering. This is staff, frost mage, with the fire skill. Huh. I guess you can use fire and ice. That's cool. I thought they were different classes though. This is life staff. The skill effects look great, man. The game looks great. The animations are a little stiff. But it definitely looks playable. I mean, this is probably like a very early demo, but it definitely still looks good. I like it, man. There's a huge siege worm. This looks like mass scale. Another large scale raid or boss mechanic. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm not gonna spoil it too much for you guys. Just wanted to show like a good amount of it, but I'm gonna include a link to this demo as well. This was posted 5 months ago, so the chances that they have done more work to this game is likely. The game should be better than this demo. However, yeah, this should give you a good like synopsis of what to expect. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on Quinfall, you guys. Peace and love.